Well, if you're a longtime Madison resident, you have seen State Street evolve over the years and all the stories that can be told.
Longtime State Street retailer Janice Durand, founder of the Puzzle Box and Little Luxuries, has seen those changes, and she writes about them in her new book, The Magic Hour, a very personal history of State Street.
Janice joins us now, along with Doug Moe, who chronicled Janice's story for Madison Magazine. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
I have to ask, what's the Magic Hour?
Ooh, the magic hour is what I refer to about the first 5 or 6 years of the store. So it was from 79 to almost to 85, yes. And it was just everything. Everything went well. I mean, it was fun. It was successful. People loved it. I loved it.
There was nothing else like it.
There was nothing else like it. It was new in our city, and that helped a lot. But also, well, I kind of hit on the concept of an all ages toy store, which was a new idea, simply because I told Shelley Rosenbaum, who owned a store up the street, Exquisite Indian Crafts, that I was going to open a toy store. And he said, Janice, a toy store? There are no children in State Street.
And you had to rework the whole thing.
And that's one of the themes in my book, is sometimes when you run into a roadblock, you are forced into a creative solution. So what I did was I went to a really good trade show in New York. It was for crafts. And I almost didn't get there. I had an hour to do it. But anyway, I bought adult toys, really nice kaleidoscopes, for instance, really nice wood game sets. So that was a big hit.
Yeah, that brought the people in.
For all people, right?
So, Doug, you wrote about Janice's story for Madison Magazine. What got you interested in this?
Well, I'm a State Street buff from way back, Mark, like you are.
Well, you're a native Madisonian.
I am. Somebody called it the beating heart of the city, and I think that's a pretty apt description. You know, you think of Madison, you think of State Street, maybe the Union Terrace, but State Street's it. In reading Janice's book, there is a lot of great business stories, a lot of great advice, but she also is very honest and frank about her personal life, the ups and downs. It's really quite a memoir. It's a really good book.
Was it cathartic to write it?
Well, yes, that's why I wrote it originally, which was probably about 4 years ago. And it was, at that time, it was simply my personal memoir, but the business is so intertwined with my life, because it went up, went down, went back up, evened out. And so it ended up being a synthesis of me, the State Street itself, which, as far as I'm concerned, shares billing with the main character, and what was going on in not only the city, but the country and the world, actually, because this was a period of incredible change. And I had no idea that none of us really understood what was going on until it was all over.
Yeah, it becomes almost like a family member to you, doesn't it?
Oh, I love State Street. I still do.
Yeah.
Doug, how have you seen State Street change over your time?
Well, I think, unfortunately, you see big chains come in.
Not locally owned.
Right. The glory of Janice's time there, to me, was the mix of businesses, the mix of clientele. But change is inevitable, right? I think, Janice, you write about this in the book, if they can get rents reasonable, small business still has a chance there, right?
And there is another solution. The solution is to keep the spaces small. Okay, the soap opera, Chuck Bauer told me the reason they decided to sell soap is because it's small. It's small. They had a little sliver of a store.
And successful for decades.
Yes.
And it's successful for decades, so it allows for startups.
Well, we just scratched the surface. I wish we could talk a lot more about this, but you have a book signing coming up.
Yeah, June 8th at Mystery to Me on Monroe Street.
And the local bookstores are carrying it, particularly Mystery to Me, and I have to remember there's a new bookstore called Lake City Books downtown that has it in stock. I think Rudolph's on Regent Street as well, and I'm trying to get one. I think Spring Green Bookstore, which is one of the best bookstores.
The movie version will be coming.
And who's going to play you in the movie? That's the question.
But you can also order from the great publisher, which is in Mineral Point, and
all right.
you know, and so that's really important.
Well, congratulations.
Thanks for sharing your story.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Doug, thanks for bringing it to our attention.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.